Hi guys, and welcome to a coffee chat. I'm Dr. Boomer Brown with Doing Good at Work, and we're continuing our conversation today about trust. We know that trust is of vital importance in any relationship that you have, that everything rises and falls on trust, that our very physiological and neurological nature depends on trust. And we know that trust today in many relationships, whether that's a spousal relationship, significant other, children, work relationships, community relationships, trust is low. So we're asking questions about trust like, how do I build it? How do I establish it? When do I withhold it? What if it's broken? How do I fix it? And we're trying to help you understand how to protect yourself, protect others, and grow in your relationships in trust. So today we're going to start looking at the first trust essential number one. And if you read the little article that goes to this video, you know some of this, but I want to share quickly with you what the trust essential number one is, and then I want to give you an illustration to think about. Trust essential number one is this. If you're going to have trust in any relationship, you're going to have to build understanding. We're going to have to understand one another, listen to each other. And this is more than just head knowledge. This is someone needs to feel that you understand. Now, feeling that someone understands you, that's not the end of that. Don't take that too far because there's a balance. But for someone really to trust me or for me to trust someone else, I have to feel like that they understand what I'm saying. They have to understand my needs. They have to understand what I'm communicating. And the best way to do this, the best way to understand, is to learn to listen. So today, we don't listen a lot and trust is low. We're quickly trying to get our point across and our ideas across, and we're trying to convince people to do what we want them to do. And they're hesitant to trust us. So let me give you an illustration, and maybe this will help you understand this. Let's say that there's a hostage situation at a local bank, and someone has taken some hostages there, and you just happen to be a hostage negotiator. And they call you on the phone and they say, we've got this incident happening at this bank and there's X number of people being held hostage and we need you to communicate with this person. And you say, okay. You get in your car and you're headed down there. And in your mind, you're rehearsing what's going to happen when you get there. And if you're thinking in your mind while you're headed to that situation that, hey, I need to get there, I need to convince this person that what they're doing is wrong. I need to somehow tell them this is going to end badly. I need to give them all the data and statistics about what could happen, and I just need to really work hard on getting this person to come over to my side to understand what I'm saying so that we can get all these people out of here and we can get this person the kind of mental health and maybe even incarceration that they need from what's happened. Well, if you're thinking that way, that's exactly the wrong thing to do. And most hostage negotiators would say that's absolutely the wrong way to start working toward a peaceful resolution to a very precarious situation. Most hostage negotiators know this, that the first thing you have to do is to earn that person's trust. And that doesn't mean you agree with them. That doesn't mean that bad things aren't going to happen or everything's going to turn out great. It's nothing about that. We're just starting to relate to someone in a situation, and you're using your human understanding to do that. So the first thing you really need to do is to get to know that person. That's why a lot of hostage negotiators say, hey, my name is Boomer. What's your name? And they'll talk to you. How are you today? We're trying to ask questions to try to discern that they're okay. We want to put them at ease. We want to help them to share what's going on and listen to them. We're not trying to correct them. We're not telling them that they're doing wrong. We're not excusing their behavior. We're not promising them anything as hostage negotiators. We're just trying to understand them. And the best way to understand is to listen. And that's where it begins. Because that person has to feel like that you understand them. for whatever reason they're doing what they're doing, good, bad, or indifferent, you need to understand. That doesn't mean you accept it, but you understand. Now let me parlay that into human relationships that we have every day. I'm dealing with my spouse. I'm dealing with my children. I'm dealing with coworkers. I'm dealing with a client. I'm dealing with people in the community. And maybe they're not happy with me. Maybe they're upset. Maybe they're irate. Maybe they're angry. Maybe they don't trust me. I need to start by conversing with them in a very calm, collective way, and I need to understand where they're coming from. I hope they'll do that for me, but I know as the one who is taking the initiative that I want to understand them first, because I want to have them feel in themselves that there's a person here that is listening to them and understands what they're going through, what they're saying, what they're experiencing, and that I'm willing to listen. That's where this all starts. Trust, building it. It starts with understanding. So as you think about this week, think about some of the relationships that you're in, and if your objective is always to get your point across, to make sure everybody understands you, to push your issues, to get your agenda, maybe what we need to do is take a deep breath, back up, and try to understand one another. Because unless we build trust, there is no way to resolve this situation peacefully, amicably, to work through and get to a place of compromise. Whatever it is, it begins with understanding. I hope you'll come back next week to Coffee Chat. We'll look at Trust Essential number 2. And I'll see you next time on a Coffee Chat.